I don't know, like, she's out there. You're the Florida version of Sex in the City, JD.
That's when I was smoking my cigars.
Don't be an asshole today.
Hey,
Hello there.
I am
Oh, hey, thank you. A little flannel for the
loving it. Yeah.
winter.
There's a name for that style. I forget what the name is.
Lesbian.
Yeah,
Yes.
that too. That too. Oh my God, that's funny.
Well,
Um,
how was your Christmas?
it was nice. It was a lot of food, a lot of people.
Yep.
We have a lot of children now in the family, so it was louder than usual. How was your Christmas with mom and dad?
It was great. It was so fun having them here. We dropped them off this morning, so they're on their way back to you.
Wow, that went so quickly. It seemed
Yeah,
like forever that they were coming. And
I know. We had a good time. We were trying to be as safe as possible, so we didn't really do much. So
yeah,
I cooked my ass off.
I saw. Wow,
Yeah.
you were putting your pictures on Instagram of all the food. Oh
Oh,
my God.
good Lord. But we drank a lot. I managed to find the Jameson orange.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
it is so good. So I have Jameson and ginger with a wedge of orange in there with it. It's so
Wow. Is that like a Grand Marnier type of a taste? The Jameson and
it's
orange?
it's very orangey. I wasn't expecting it to be that orange, but it's nice because it's like a sweet orange, with
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the whiskey, and then I just have regular ginger ale with it,
Oh,
and
nice.
just cut up some extra orange and put it in for a nice look.
That looks beautiful against the black and white ensemble you're wearing.
I got it
And
going on today. I got it going on
you
today.
do, you
I got
do.
them up to the airport, and I think Hazel was worried that I was going to be sad. So
Yeah.
yesterday we were feasting on this massive Italian feast that we had ordered and picked up. And I said to Hazel, my mom and I watched this documentary on George Michael yesterday because this is the 5th anniversary of his death.
Oh,
And they were showing his home, the one he died in Goring,
yeah.
in the village of Goring. I said, and it just looks amazing. Like, can we go there someday? And she was like, yeah. So after we dropped my parents off, she was like, how you doing? And I'm like, okay. She was like, okay, so here's a
Uh,
question. We're halfway to Goring. Do you want to go the rest of the way and see George Michael's house? And I was like, yes. So we went there today, and I took all these pictures and everything. And it was just, yeah, it was just what I needed to stay not crying.
yeah,
Yeah.
snapped you out of it a little bit.
Yeah. So I just, came home, took a long hot shower, got the house back in order.
Oh, right.
And
You had to get those world germs off.
I had to get the road germs off. Car journeys are a thing. We got to have
Mm.
McDonald's and snacks.
Of
But
course
yeah,
you
it
do.
was. I was just a nervous wreck. I don't know why about them getting on the plane. There's so much testing involved. They had to take an antigen test yesterday in order to
Wow.
the fit to fly test and 3-hour results and make sure everything was on their phone. And it was like, it was hard. So so I keep
Wow.
checking my flight tracker. So they're somewhere over the Atlantic right now. They're coming back. They landed like, I don't know, probably about maybe 3 more hours. Um,
Aw.
so yeah, it's hard. It's hard letting go.
Oh,
It's
it
hard
sure
letting
is.
go.
Seems like it wasn't long enough of a time. It was just like, what was it, like a little over a week
It
or
was
just
10,
about a week?
it was 10 days, but the first 5 we stayed inside because they never got their day 2 test results. And I was
Oh,
nervous letting
oh,
them out, like if they, so we did like, just a solid 5 days of just being at home. And then
wow. Yeah.
we had Christmas at Hazel's house, which was lovely. She did such a fantastic spread Her and her
Aw.
friend Kim did all the cooking, and it was amazing. It was such a nice evening. And then the next day we just, we had leftovers. And then the next day we went to my mother's favorite garden shop center. And it was like chuckered full of people. I couldn't believe it. But we just masked up and endured. And,
Yeah.
and then yesterday we had to take them for their fit to fly test. And then we picked up
Mhm.
Italian food and we had a little feast, and they were
Aw.
on the road today. So, yeah, that was why
Aw.
I didn't want to do it yesterday, because I didn't know if they would be walking, like
Yeah.
clothes everywhere and packing and their gifts and all that kind of stuff. So I just figured we have a pretty special guest, man. We have Martha Moxon on the show today.
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
daughter
cannot-
of Lucy and Mandy from Eek, but is kind of paving her own way and building her own path to being quite the talented musician. And
That is awesome.
yeah, we got her in the waiting room. You want to say hi?
Sure. I want to just mention first, I am just drinking regular Coca-Cola today.
Oh, you taking a
It's all-
break?
I'm taking a break from the holidays and I just wanted a real Coke. Once in a while you just want a real
Just
Coke.
the real Coke. Yeah,
So,
I
the real
feel
thing.
you.
I figured
Alright.
I'd mention that before you saw me drinking a bottle of Coke. What
So
was in it?
where's your holiday drinks.
Right, right.
Hello.
How are you? I'm good. I feel bad that we left you away from dinner.
Oh no, it's fine. We've already had dinner.
Okay, all
So
right,
good.
good. So I was just explaining to JD that you are the daughter of Lucy and Mandy of Eek, and I have known you since you were 7, right? I think
Very little. Yeah.
Wow.
7. She was like a peanut.
Yeah, I
She was a
think so. I
peanut.
was like,
But I
See,
distinctly-
that's like the way I am with Tyler, because I
Right.
remember Tyler when he was little,
Yeah.
7 years old.
I know, and now you're all grown up, and I just cannot believe the incredible music you're putting out there. Like, of course your
Thank
mom
you.
sends me these things, and I don't,
yeah.
don't really share. Sometimes I'll let JD have a little listen, or Gemma will have a little listen.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You do your own songwriting. You literally do all the production of the songs, your background stuff, your music. You play. What do you play?
I play ukulele and a tiny bit of piano, but not really.
But it just amazes me what you're putting out there, and the fact that let's see, you were on the Voice Kids UK over here. I feel bad that our US people didn't get to see that, because that was incredible. But that was how long ago? How long was that? 4?
I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It was
Okay,
in 2019,
right.
but
Okay,
it was recorded in 2018, I think.
right. So you were even littler. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was a 50-year-old woman watching this, and I was a ball of nerves, sweating. All I kept saying is, how is this kid doing this? So take us back with how you dealt with being around Jessie J, will.i.am. You had Danny as a coach from McFly, and who was the other? Was there another? Pixie.
Yeah, Pixie Dot.
Okay, so you're around all these incredible musicians and all these talented kids and everything, and then you have to perform in front of, at that time there was no pandemic, so it was a stuffed full arena, knowing that it was going to be taped and go out on television. Tell us how you handled that.
Take us there.
Well, I think it helped the fact that they were turned around at the start, because if I went out and they were all just staring at me, I probably would have been more nervous. I'm not saying that I wasn't nervous, because I was definitely nervous. Like if you watch like the full audition, you can see before I go on, like you can hear me going like, oh, I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on. Like, and because I was one of the last people as well,
Yeah.
Like everyone was going and going and going, and I was like, because they don't tell you what order you're gonna go in, so
Oh,
everyone was going for me, and like I just got more and more nervous as more people went. So like, and it was really late at night. It was like 10 o'clock.
mhm.
So I was tired and nervous at the same time, which is probably not a very good,
That's not a good
But-
combo. Yeah.
not a good combination. But yeah, no, it was really nerve wracking. But like once I did it, like once I actually got on stage, I just had to like compose myself. But yeah,
You
it was definitely
chose-
like a good experience to build my confidence.
oh, big time. Yeah. And you
Oh, yeah.
you slowed down a Whitney Houston song that we like a poppy, How Will I Know? And you did a completely different arrangement to that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the Sam Smith's version of the song. Like
Yeah.
he did a cover of it. And they told me to do that version of it because they said it would like suit my voice better.
Yeah. It was amazing. But then week after week, like I know that it was already done, but for us watching, the battle rounds, the knockout rounds, the this, that, and I just remember Gemma and I like just sitting on the couch like two little, like chewing our nails and watching it. And so it came down to you and Sam, didn't it?
Yeah, it came down to Sam and I can't remember who was with him. Like, do you mean in the final?
In the
Oh, I'm
right before
sorry.
the final, right? That was
Yeah.
yeah.
So that there was still quite a few like contestants in the one before the final, but in my battle rounds there was me, Connor, and Ren.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they pick between the three of us.
It was so fun and so entertaining. And I think we all knew at that moment, like you had, firmly had a foot in the door to be pursuing, a music career and getting the kinds of attention that you're getting now. And like, but
Yeah.
you had to go back to school after that. What was that like?
Yeah, no, it was weird because people were coming up to me and they were like posting before I went back to school because obviously it was aired on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like people were posting pictures of me on the show and putting like congratulations and everything, and my phone literally was like ding 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 ding. Like I had so many messages. Like on Instagram, I had loads of new followers, loads of new like Snapchat like requests and everything. But no, it was really fun. Like because like I just kept on getting like more and more notifications. They just didn't stop, and I was so like overwhelming. But and then when I went back to school, like people were coming up to me like, oh my gosh, you were so good, like I saw you on the show, like my parents were watching you. And because I was the last as well, they were all like, we watched the whole thing and you were right at the end. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't control it. So
Sorry,
yeah, no,
I
there
made
was a
you
bit
stay
of a buzz. There's a bit of a buzz on the first day back. And then like a week into going back, I was on the radio and the news. So I went on the radio in the
Wow.
morning and I came into school late. And everyone was like, where have you? I was like, oh, I was just on the radio. And then I had to leave the lesson to go on the news. And I was like, oh, I'm going on the news now. See you later.
A real rock
And
star
everyone was just-
experience. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
it was actually so good.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
When your moms were on the show, you came up, we talked about you a bit as well. And
Yeah.
they said that you just came into music on your own. Like it wasn't like they forced this on you or influenced you to do this. This was something that you wanted to do all on your own and discovered your own talent. What was that like? Like, did you grow up seeing your moms in the band and want to be like them? Or was it something that
Yeah.
you on your own talent
Like-
did that come to be?
When I grew up around music, so I think that definitely like gave me like I've always been like at school I've never liked science or like maths or anything like that. I've always been drawn to like art and English and stuff. I think I've just had more of a like don't know what the word is, but I've liked more like creative more creative side
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Yeah,
school.
Yep.
So like
I
I
think
think
they
growing
call
up
it-
around music definitely helped me
yeah.
get into it. Because if I didn't grow up around music, I probably wouldn't have been so like. Because I got my first ukulele when I was like 8 or like
Mhm.
7. So when I got that, I started playing songs, and then I got this little book and started writing lyrics to the songs that I was playing on my ukulele.
Wow.
So
Wow.
definitely like the ukulele definitely helped me like started writing songs.
That was my first instrument too, believe it or not. My grandma.
I feel like it
taught
was a
me
lot of
ukulele,
people's first
Yeah.
instruments.
I grew up in a family, and the reason I asked you is because I grew up in a family. We didn't have professional musicians in my family, but we were musical. So everyone played the piano. We all had to take piano lessons. We were 3 sisters. My other sisters played, but they didn't have that desire to be in front of people doing this. And I do think it's like it's a combination of if it's around you and it's in you, it has to be both. Because I've tried buying my nephews guitars and ukuleles, and they don't have an interest. So they want to
Yeah,
strum on it.
like
And
for someone to
yeah,
be
it has,
musical. You can't
has
just
to be
buy
both.
someone a piano and be like play it.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
But they wanted
Yeah.
it, they wanted it. I got them the little amp. I even got them a little electric guitar, but then it wasn't really there. Like they like strumming and hearing the noise and the sound it made, but they just never, it
Yeah.
has to be something you want, but it probably was really good to cultivate your talent that you had that around you with your moms, hearing that, hearing them play and watching them play and seeing what the business is
Yeah.
like. That's got to be a whole other side of it too, to see the business part of music.
Yeah, I feel as like even if I didn't grow up around music, I probably would have still been doing music now. Because like growing up with music didn't change the fact that I don't like less creative subjects. Like I've always liked I've never liked maths. Do you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
number side of things.
Right.
Like I've always like as well, like writing and stuff. So
You're
I think
more
growing up around music
Yeah.
influenced it, but it didn't that wasn't the main, like it didn't force me to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I remember
Yeah.
you sitting at my kitchen table and painting Gemma's nails, and the art that she put on and you were little
Wow.
then. You were only like, I don't even know, 9 or 10 maybe, but she
Yeah,
just,
I had so many nail accounts on Instagram.
oh my
I loved
God.
it.
But the detail and the painting and the patience was just, I was like, oh my God, I would pay, I would pay to have this done by a little Oriental woman on the high street. You know what I mean? And here she is sitting at the kitchen table, just doing it on a whim. It was like, oh man.
Yeah, I always used to bring all of my nail polishes when I
Nail
saw family
polishes.
friends. I'm like, Mom, can I bring my nail polishes, please?
And we still
And I'd do
bored,
everyone's
yeah.
nails.
Yeah. But
I think that's
you,
what they call left brain, right brain. The right brain is the mathematical and the left brain is the artistic. I think that's what it is. But yeah,
yeah,
usually
definitely.
you're one or the other. You're leaning
Yeah, you
towards.
definitely
Yeah.
have a creative brain because
Yeah.
I mean, I remember even like seeing on Facebook, your moms would post like a video of you when you were just a tot, like playing the ukulele, and it was just like, oh my God, like she's so little and she's playing this. It's
I
incredible.
loved it.
And you have now like played out a little bit, like you played at Alfest, and I just saw a video of you playing at the Birmingham at the
Yeah,
NEC
the
or
the
whatever.
free
What was that?
radio hit. It was the free radio hits live. So we got an email from school saying that there was an opportunity and you had to send in 3 original songs, like 3 at least. So me and my friend Tegan from school stayed after and wrote a song and got it recorded in the studio at school. Like I think having facilities at school as well, like the studio and like the music tech students that we're friends with, like it's so
Yeah.
easy to get like really good recordings of songs. So we wrote a song after school and then I used a couple of my own songs as well to send in. So like they headlined, like not headline, they put me on the program as like just my name. And then I brought Tegan out for the song that we wrote. And yeah, it was a really good experience because like before you go into the main event, which was the Free Radio Hits Live, like with like it had like Anne Marie, KSI, like just like loads of like pop stars. And before you go in there was like a little stall where like people who don't want to go in so early can like stand there and watch. Like we had to go and hand out leaflets.
Oh, wow.
Like come to our little thing before the show starts. And then yeah, we all performed. Everyone did really well. And it was just really exciting because I hadn't like performed in a while. Probably since Elfest, like to a bigger group of people.
Do you like
It's crazy.
writing with another person? Do you like that experience, or do you prefer writing alone when you sit down to
I
write?
don't
a
know.
song?
I probably prefer writing on my own, but like I also do like writing with other people too, because you get more ideas and like ideas that you probably wouldn't have thought of yourself.
Mhm.
But I do
Yeah.
like sitting in my room on my own and just like writing songs myself.
I
But
agree.
no, it is for other people.
Yeah.
That's
And
cute.
then if something happens with your song professionally in the business world, you don't need to get anyone else's signatures or approvals. Like if you want to put that song out there and you might have to share, say, publishing or something with someone else. When you write with someone else, that now you have to both agree to do that. So, you know, if it's just
Yeah.
your song that you own all the rights to, you could do what you want. So yeah, there's a pro and con to that, because it is nice to get other people's intake too, you know, when you're writing.
Yeah, there is pro.
I firmly believe that I would, from like you said, you walk around with a notebook, you know what I mean, and just put your
Yeah.
lyrics in there and everything. And I think every person, whether they're writing a song or they're writing a TV show or they're writing a stand-up comedy act, or, you know, when you have that creative brain and stuff's going through it, you gotta just, you know, make notes, you know, keep it written down, because
Yeah.
it's gone. And once it's gone, it's
Oh,
gone, you
yeah.
know? Like,
That's true.
Whenever
Yeah.
I write songs, they like the ideas come to me at the worst times as well. Like I'll just be walking through and I won't have anything to write it on, so I'll have to like I have so many notes of just random lines of songs that I just have in my head, and then I end up just putting them all together to finish an actual song. And they'll come to me like on the bus. Like I like writing songs on the bus because I don't have anything to do on the bus.
Really?
I've got my phone. So ideas just come to me and I write them on the bus.
oh, okay.
But no, they come at really like annoying times. So I just have to write them on my notes. I just have random line songs. It's a
That's so
mess
funny.
in my notes.
Yeah, mine hit
I
me in the
read
shower. Yeah, what am I
I
gonna do with
read
that?
somewhere, it's funny you should say that, Denise, because I read somewhere that Donna Summers, when she came up with the song She Works Hard for the Money, was in a ladies' room, and she saw the attendants, sometimes in like country
Bathroom
clubs, they have
attendant, yeah.
the bathroom attendant, and she got the idea for the song, and she wrote the first lyrics to that song were written on a paper towel, on one of those, you know, the paper towels that you pull down from the thing, and they had them in I forget, it was like some museum, like there was a museum where they had lyrics that were handwritten from like these famous people, these famous songwriters, and the things that they wrote on were just like funny, because like you say, Martha, you get the ideas at like the most random times and you don't have anything to write it on. So that paper towel was somewhere in a museum somewhere that she wrote the words down as they were coming to her in the ladies' room.
That is so
neat.
cool. Yeah, they do come at such random times. You just have to grab something that you have near you and just write it
Yeah.
down, or else you'll forget it.
Cocktail napkins, yeah, anything. It's the
Yeah.
truth. It's just that kind of stuff is, I don't think an accountant or a mathematician, you know, would understand that, you know, it's
No,
like, that's just
no.
something that, you know, we get.
They would never get it.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So now your mom sent me over your song Call Me, and we're gonna put it on the end of this podcast so people can hear it. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing at school, because you're learning not just you know, you're not just there learning to perform, you're literally learning music production, right?
Yeah, it like we're learning. We have like different lessons, so like on different days we'll have one day where we do. It's called C7, the music industry, which is like computer work, and we have tests every day, and like it does sound boring, but it's like learning about the industry and the different roles and how they all connect, and learning about like publishing and like management and stuff like that. So like even though it is work and it's like written work, it's like exciting work, and it's work that I'll need to know instead of like pie or like
Yeah, exactly.
anything to do with
Yeah.
math. But yeah, and then we do lessons where like on the first week we had to do a solo performance. So we could all see like how it like what everyone sounded like, and we could get like a feel for everyone's voice and like what instruments they play. And we had lessons where he would give us a year. So it'd be like the 1970s or the 1980s, and we'd have to pick a song from that year and perform it in bands.
Oh,
And yeah, it's just like loads of exciting stuff, and we get opportunities all the time to record music. So my friend Sean, who's on music tech, he's a really good like producer. So whenever I have like new ideas, I'll like send them to him, and we can get them recorded in the studio, which is really exciting because you get to hear it on like the big speakers
Yeah.
and like see how it
Yeah.
all works. And I've
Absolutely
missed
brilliant.
school because of the holidays. I am missing school, which I've never said in my life.
Oh my God.
that's great.
I'll tell you what, man, your moms will be happy to hear that. Right?
Yeah,
Every mother's like,
they would be.
yeah,
You know,
I,
like they say, if you have a job that you love, you never really work a day in your life. And it's the same thing when you start doing that from school going forward. Like you're excited to go to school. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How, you know,
Yeah,
that
it doesn't
will
feel like
carry
school.
through.
it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like school.
Yeah.
That's it. You nailed it right on the head. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like school. Like you get to do all these great things and like having a recording studio there and learning the things that you're interested in that are going to
Mhm.
benefit you down the
Yeah.
line. It's just it's amazing.
Right.
I just feel like it's such the perfect course, you know, it's the perfect road for you to be on, you know, because like I tell JD
Yeah,
all the
it is.
time, like this kid's gonna be like big, like I just keep saying it, this kid's gonna be big, and you know
Maybe.
that whatever work that you end up having to do, if it's in London, that me and Gemma have been designated your London mothers. She will get you.
I hope you have.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm gonna need some help in
yeah,
London.
I said to you, I told Lucy, JD, I told Lucy, I'll be in charge of cooking and laundry
Ah.
and, you know, and paranoid texting. And then we got Gemma that is like, you just tell her where you need to go and she will figure out the tube, train, streets, buses, you know, she's like, she's got the whole, you know, she's glamour London girl. So she's, yeah,
I'm
so
glad.
I think we have all the bases covered. So we're gonna tell us before we go really quick, just tell us a little bit about your song Call Me. Like I said, we're going to put that on the end of this show so people can hear it. And then also, like, where can people go to hear some of your stuff, like official website, Instagram, TikTok, like where you at, where you be, what's going on, where do people find you?
Well, I should be releasing music soon. I haven't got any music out there yet, but I do have a Facebook page. I'm pretty sure it's called Martha Moxon Music.
Yes,
Quite a
it is.
bit of my music's on there. That my parents run that account. But yeah, I really should have music released maybe next year. But yeah, Call Me. I wrote Call Me. I was on YouTube and I was listening to loads of like R&B, like backing tracks and stuff. And I've never actually like experienced the experience that I wrote in the song. It just came to me, so I just started writing about it. But yeah, I just wrote it in my room, like in like an hour or two, and then I asked Sean if he could record it for me, and I did it at school, and yeah, I was really proud of it.
That's
It's
exciting.
so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, whereas some people were, you know, and I'm not going to name names or anything, but some people were just sitting around eating snacks, drinking wine. You know, there you were like making music during the pandemic. So I commend you for being productive during that. But, whereas I just ate a lot of cheese and drank a lot, and that was pretty much how I spent it.
Well, we started the podcast.
I did eat a lot
You're
too.
right.
Forget that.
You did. Everybody did, honestly.
Yeah.
But do you if somebody, because you're going to get this question, so I might as well prep you right now, but you're going to get this question a lot, like, how do you describe your sound?
Good question.
Probably like I listen to a lot of R&B artists. It's kind of like R&B pop, and my sound is like my voice is kind of like not husky, but it's a
Raspy?
bit like
Got a little rasp. Yeah.
raspy, yeah, a raspy. Yeah, I think like my voice has changed a lot over the years as well. Like it never used to sound how it did today. But yeah, and I think it's still gonna develop and change as I get older. But yeah, it's like R&B pop, my kind of style
I
of
do.
writing is.
Yeah. I think the thing I like about it is that it's not as chaotic as like a standard pop song, you know, like you don't
Yeah.
feel that messiness that I find in pop music. There's like a smoothness to it, you know, that's
Yeah.
the part that I like. So I definitely agree with you. It does have like the R&B undertones, you know, with maybe a poppy lyric, and that's
Yeah.
perfect. It's a great blend. And I swear, I wish you all the best. I just noticed our time is dripping down here. I wish you all the best. And like I
Yeah.
said, you know, you have a spot here. And we will, we're
Thank you
super
so much.
excited to put your song at the end of this so people can catch it. And then they can just go to Martha Moxon Music on Facebook and start rooting around and digging around and be creepy stalkers. Cool.
It was
Way cool.
great meeting you, Martha.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I had a chance.
Thank
to
you for
meet
having me on here.
I'm super
I
thrilled.
really
I'm glad
enjoyed
you could
speaking
do it.
to you.
I know, I miss you. We're gonna have to.
Thank-
When this plague is over with, we're all gonna have to get together and have some good times for a change.
Definitely.
All right, kiddo, give your moms a hug from us.
All right.
I will.
Take care.
Okay, take it easy. Thank you. Bye.
Wow,
Bye.
what a great kid.
How cute is she?
Yeah, adorable.
The talent
Adorable.
is just it's so off the charts. Like this kid, like I said, from the time she was little, playing a little ukulele and like going to the launch party when Eek launched Love, Loss, and Bowling. I did a
Yeah.
podcast from that pub, and she was just so little. And I just remember her
Aw.
being there and doing a little interview with her and her friend, and it was like so cute. And yeah, you always know, you can kind of spot it. You know when a kid's got talent and they're
Oh, yeah.
totally passionate about it. And like
Yeah,
the year
yeah.
before Elfest had to take a break, she sang on the acoustic stage, you know. And that's
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
things I will say about Elfest is that I met a lot of talented kids.
Mhm.
You know, there was one of Mandy's students, Annie Briggs, is an incredible musician. I mean, she's one of the people that I really want to have on, but I met her when she was like 11, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, and to see her grow and see these kids like just embrace their talent and nurture it. And, you know, you just have all the hopes in the world, you know, for them to go on and do big, big things.
Yeah, because the key to that is starting young, you
Mhm.
know, and then, you know, like I said, I feel that way about Tyler because
Yeah.
he was
Little guy.
a little kid with the Harry Potter glasses, and Judy and I were on stage. He'd get up and sing, you know, a couple once in a while a
I
song
was
with our.
thinking that when you said about you bought your son, your nephew's the guitar, he's been up
Mhm.
on stage with you and wailed on that thing, like just goofing around with you, but
Oh yeah,
he's got
yeah.
a little ham in him. He may not have the you know,
Oh,
the discipline, but he's got a little ham in him.
he most certainly does. But when I said my nephews, I meant my older nephews.
Oh,
I met my
okay.
sister's sons, and then yeah, Joni's Jack. Oh my gosh, he's just like he doesn't play yet, but he's got a rhythm that you can't teach anyone. You know, he's got a feel for the
Yes.
rhythm that you
Yes.
just have
He's
to
got
have
the
in you.
moves, man.
Yeah.
I love when they video
Got
him
the
dancing and
moves.
stuff, yep. And the fact that he's not nervous to get up on stage in front of people. I mean, right
Yeah.
there, like I said, like for me as a grown ass woman,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
nerves that I was feeling from Martha, you know,
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point, when she was like 12, 13 or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Being on television, but being around like Jessie J and Pixie Lott and will.i.am and Danny from McFly and then, you know, performing the battle rounds and the knockout rounds and that kind of pressure on a kid that age, you know, like I'm thinking, I feel it and I'm sitting on the couch watching it. I
Right,
cannot
right.
imagine how they handle it. So if they've got, you know, the ability to get up on stage in front of people and do their thing,
Mhm.
that's half the battle, you know?
Oh, yeah. And that's why having her moms in the business, having someone do that for you, you know, like me bringing Jack up and even
Yeah.
Joni to a degree, I brought her up on
Yeah,
stage with me.
exactly.
But
helps.
you know, it's funny because I remember being a little kid in the first grade. I was painfully shy. Like I just didn't want to I couldn't like go up and talk to a group of kids. I was just super shy.
Yeah.
But I walked into the lunchroom and our lunchroom doubled as the auditorium.
Yeah.
So I saw a microphone that the lunch ladies, like, you know, made their announcements when it was time to go back to class.
Right.
And when I saw the microphone, my mom's friend was the lunch lady. So I asked her if she'd let me sing. So here it is. I can't speak to the kids, but I got up on the stage and just started randomly singing at
Well
lunchtime
done
for
you.
everyone. And it was crazy that if it's in you. And I think I'm like that to a degree now too, as an adult. Like I can sing in front of a room full of people, but I'm a little shy. Like if you bring me into a group of people that I'm new to. So
Right. Well, that's why we do this.
exactly. I'm just flying solo with the Coke.
That's
today,
okay.
but
That's all right.
I'm
you gotta-
enjoying.
a little, yeah, you got to like take a little break after the holidays. I get that for sure.
Mhm.
I'm not going to do it, but I get it. All right, my friend, it's been good catching up.
Yes,
Glad we got
yes.
to do this.
Don't know if I'm being stupid to believe what your friends say. Don't know why I always do this. Should've walked the other way. As soon as I saw all the red flags, you wait right in front of my face. I just chose to ignore them. You got me hooked cause I'm loving the chase. I know it's no race, but you're making me run slow. Call me when you get a chance, I'll be waiting for you at the other end of the line. Call me when you get a chance, I'll be waiting for you. It don't even matter the time. It could be 4 in the morning, you're more important. I just hope it's tonight. Call me when you get a chance, I'll be waiting for you at the other end of the line. Can't you tell I'm feeling useless? Using me to get over her, but I keep making excuses as to why it doesn't hurt. Cause as soon as I saw all the red flags, you wait right in front of my face. I just chose to ignore them. You got me hooked cause I'm loving the chase. I know it's no race, but you're making me run slow. Call me when you get a chance, I'll be waiting for you at the other end of the line. Call me when you get a chance, I'll be waiting for you. It don't even matter the time. It could be 4 in the morning, you're more important. I just hope it's tonight. Call me when you get a chance, I'll be waiting for you at the other end of